And our first guest, our first caller here, is someone that most of you are probably familiar with, if not her, her work. And her name is Deborah Camp, and she's a resident of Woodhaven. She's an artist, and she does murals on store windows, paintings. And you probably noticed her work most prominently on the window of the recently closed Woodhaven Pharmacy. And she does a lot of holiday ones. We've seen a lot of Easter ones there, Christmas, and we reached out to her, and we're very, very happy to have Deborah on tonight. Deborah, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Ed?
I'm doing really, really good. I've been real excited and telling people that you were going to be on this week, and everyone that I speak to, I'll say to them, yeah, Deborah Camp. Who is that? That name sounds familiar. And as soon as I say it, the murals, they go, oh yeah, yeah. So I mean, you've definitely developed a following, and and congratulations on that. It's a really good talent that you have.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to have this talent. It's all on my mother's side of the family. So
okay.
My great paintings.
Tell us how you started. What was your, for example, what was your first the first window that you actually did as a gig, went out and painted?
Well, my first gig ever, it was Pet Menu, the one in Flushing, and I fell into this by accident, the Pet Menu window. So for that one, they were actually looking for an artist, and I applied, and they liked the idea that I had. And I told them I never painted windows before. This was about 2 years ago, but they took the chance on me, and they loved it the first time. And then they kept using me. And then from there, I built a bigger clientele.
Mm-hmm. And how long ago was that?
That was about 2 years ago.
Okay. So this is still fresh for you, and we know you've done the window of Woodhaven Pharmacy a couple of times. And as we discussed, we had seen the bakery on the corner of 96th Street. I forget the name of the bakery. And then, of course, the Avenue Diner, which you had done that time. Have you done any other windows here in Woodhaven?
Well, the closest one to Woodhaven, I would say, is the one in Howard Beach. I did that one at New Park Pizza.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I did that one last year.
Wow, we're getting some good echo. So now when you're going around a neighborhood, do you ever just like for example in Woodhaven, do you ever go down Jamaica Avenue? Is there like any store windows that you look at that just jump out at you? You say, oh my God, I'd love to be able to paint that one right there. What I could do with that window.
Well, I walk up and down the avenue, and I wish there was more diners I can paint, like restaurants or pet stores. Like those are the kind of businesses that really require, something, painted on there to make them stand out from the rest.
Yeah, it makes sense. With a restaurant especially, it makes sense because you don't need to see in the window to like a place like that's selling, I don't know, like a place like Gem or something. So you don't have stuff in the window that they're selling. They don't want, I guess, really block that up. But you're right. Yeah, like a pet store. People are going to go there. They're not going to go window shopping there. A mural would make it definitely more attractive.
Right, exactly. Or even the local pharmacies. We have a lot of those in the neighborhood, and I think they would greatly benefit from something surrounding them on a border, so to speak.
Absolutely, yeah, you're right. It doesn't have to be the whole window. It's just an added decoration for the spring, for the holidays. Absolutely. So tell us a little bit how you going further back before you started painting windows. Tell us where you went to school and how you kind of developed your talent.
Well, I've always been drawing and painting since I was little, and I always make the joke to my mom. I used to draw on the walls when I was 2 and 3, and now I tell her, hey, I was practicing, for my job later on. Do that now, but the whole life I've been surrounded by artwork in my family, and I've been in that culture, submerged in it so much. And then in elementary school, I went to PS 97 over here, the Forest Park School, and I always loved art. It was always my favorite class. And then from there, I went to 210, and I further majored in art there. And then from there, I loved art so much, I wanted to go to a school specialized in that, and then I went to Bayside High School. I know it's a little bit out of the way, but it was worth it for me because they had the arts program there. So I would travel out of my way just to get the art education there. And then from then, because that's my only plan, I only have plan A. There is no plan B for me. I love art. There's nothing else I see.
That's great.
So from there, I went to Queens College. And then from there, I got my Bachelor of Fine Arts after 4.5 years. And from there, I just kept pursuing anything artistic, anything I could get my hands on. So that's what I've been doing pretty much my whole life. So that's what I want to continue to do. So
that's great. So now, well, we had spoken before. You use acrylics, and so now you're painting on the from the inside of the window. So you've got to kind of paint. I do both ways, depending on what my client wants. Some of them they prefer the inside because of certain blockages in the front, or vice versa if they want it painted the other way around. So to paint backwards, though, is interesting because you got to think like a mirror, I always say. You have to think backwards. So like just finished up a window in Flushing, and it's called Auburndale Tires. I just did that one today, and I was painting everything in reverse. So I did the shading first. I predicted the color of the shade before I put the main color on top of it. So that's how you do that one. And then from the outside is just like drawing on a paper pad, just the regular way. I like both ways. I can't really pick which one I like better. And I mean, you had sent me a really nice selection of your work, and out of all your work, what's your favorite? What's your the one you're most proud of? Ooh, every window I always my favorite one. This is going to be hard to, but knowing me, I love doing a lot of detail in my windows, and I love drawing large scale. So I would definitely have to say, probably my pet menu windows I like the best. Probably the one I just did for Christmas time, with the snowflakes and the family singing the Christmas carolers. I love that one because it's very nostalgic. I'm into the older sort of artwork, things that are reminiscent of the past. That's what I like. So that's probably one of my favorites. One of them. That's one great. Out of 7. So now, if all things go well, everything breaks your way, everything goes well, where do you see yourself 10 years from now? Well, ideally, if everything followed the path I would like it to be, I see myself immersing myself completely. I see myself having gallery shows, illustrating for children's books. That's a big goal of mine. I see myself continuing my mural art, expanding my mural art, creating greeting cards, helping advertisements come up with ideas and cartoons, things like that. I want to do anything to do with art altogether. That's I don't great. Want just a job in art. I want a lot because I like a lot on my plate. So that's what I see myself doing. Now, have you gone back at all, or have you been asked to go back to PS 97 and ever meet with some of the young artists there, or come back and visit with them? Oh, no, I don't think they know about my artwork, actually. But that's a good idea, to try to get to the local schools that I used to go to and see if they possibly need a mural. Yeah, that would definitely be interesting. Definitely, PS 97. They have a lot of great programs with the kids. All the schools do. That one in particular, it would be interesting to see if you could come back there. So hopefully we'll get the word out and see if they can reach out to you. Oh, that would be great. I would love to go back to where I originally came from, my first schooling days, and be able to put something there. And I'm sure most of my teachers might still be there for all I know. So. Yeah, I went to PS 97 myself, but my teachers are no longer there. They've moved on. So are there any Woodhaven windows in your near future? Anything we can look forward to soon? Well, I'm going to try the neighborhood again and see who else might be open-minded about it. But I'll definitely show my portfolio like I always do, ask for the business owner, and if they have the open mind
and they're willing to see how it goes, I think it would greatly benefit both me and the prospective client, because it helps them sell things. It helps them become noticed from far away, because I use very bright colors, so people who might just bypass the store will actually see it from the car. That's actually how some clients have found my work, because the artwork is eye-catching. So it helps the business get noticed, it helps the people go in the business, and it helps them sell more things, and in turn it helps me get more clients. So it's a mutual thing.
Well, listen, we're gonna help spread the word. If anyone is interested in getting in touch with Deborah, they can reach her at 718-296-8178. I love how you put your number on the paintings there. I think that's a great idea. And we wish you all the best, and we'll definitely keep in touch and let us know when you have a mural popping up locally.
Oh, most definitely, Edward.
All right, Deborah. Yeah. Thanks for calling, and we'll be talking to you real soon.
No problem. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
All right, dear. Bye-bye.
All right, good night. Bye.
Good night. And that's Deborah Camp, very, very talented, and really look forward to seeing more of her work. I'd like to see a lot more of it on Jamaica Avenue. We need more of that. More of the arts on Jamaica Avenue. So